Dueling Dialogues is brought to you by our affiliates at hostpapa.com. Click the banner on the rightleftchronicles.com for premium unlimited web hosting with the highest rated reviews at the lowest prices. Coming to you from that once-forgotten artery that pulses through the center of the continental United States and into the heart of the Ozarks, Grace Matthews. Looking in from the northern border, our Canadian friend, along with his countrymen feeling the effects of U.S. political issues, Connor Murphy.
Welcome to Dueling Dialogues, episode 117. I'm Connor Murphy, here with Grace Matthews, all the way in Springfield, Missouri. Hi, Grace.
Hi, how you doing?
Oh, good. It's cooled off here. Smoke's gone away. We can breathe again.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Good deal. That's nice. Well, we've had a very cool week.
Oh, no good.
And a lot of rain. Well, and I don't want to gripe about the rain, but if my dog can't go out soon, he and I are going to have a wrestling match. I think we already have. He's been jumping on me. I love my dog, but I do not want to be nibbled on.
Yeah, exactly. And they
when
get bored.
He doesn't get enough exercise, He starts nibbling, and that just makes me crazy, especially my toes. I don't want my toes nibbled on by man or dog.
Yeah, they're like toddlers that are bored. They will do anything to get your attention.
Yeah, anything is right.
So
I'm hoping for a little playtime.
So, wow. Holy crap. Right after we stopped recording, everything just broke loose, hey?
Oh my gosh. It's nuts. And you have to start, unpeeling the onion. I mean, that's so trite, but that is what it is. And at the bottom of this, can of crap, you gotta wonder what on earth is worth the disruption you create for the nation and ultimately the world by digging up these things that really don't matter to anybody.
Yeah, you can basically see the witch hunt in front of your eyes, and they don't even hide their little pieces anymore. You can figure out, okay, they're going after this guy for this, and it doesn't take a brilliant person to figure out that this is a horrible frickin' witch hunt.
Yeah, well, and as I sit here with praying hands, I wish we had video today. I am begging Trump, I don't care what smut it is, come forward with it. Just throw it out there. Women, whatever it is, throw it out there so it can't become a weapon. Because a weapon aimed at Trump is a weapon aimed at the United States of America.
Yeah, it's pretty unreal. Take a step back and look at the big picture. It's ugly. It's very ugly.
Well, and how I like to ask questions. Is success his real crime?
Good question.
I mean, if he was a crummy president and really wasn't doing anything, kind of like Obama really didn't do anything. I mean, he didn't do that much that was bad. He didn't do much of anything.
Right.
He just kind of let things play out. If he did that, would these things matter less? And when I say things, we've got a whole list to talk about today.
But what's the point then? Then you're not doing anything. You're just sitting and spinning your wheels as a nation.
Exactly. And as we roll down to about 2.5 months to the midterm election, oh boy, what do I say without you bleeping me? The stuff is hitting the fan.
Yeah, to say the least.
You gotta wonder if this is the pre-Labor Day release, what's going to be post-Labor Day? Because that's always been the real kickoff for midterm elections. Is Labor Day is like, once you get through Labor Day, they can hit it hard. You don't see an ad on TV for anything else but politics. They're stomping everywhere. People are knocking on your door. Your phone's ringing off the hook, which they need to be less rude on the phone. We'll talk about that later, Pat.
Yeah, it's not like they're showing all their cards right now. You know that they're holding something close to their chest.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. That's a good picture.
Yeah.
The balance of power means much more than Republican, Democrat. In fact, it doesn't mean that at all during this midterm. Right now, Fox News polls says that the upper hand on midterms for the Congress is in the Democrats.
Wow.
It's on their playing board, okay?
Right.
That's scary because a vote for the Democrats is a vote for impeachment. If a vote for impeachment is a vote against the American economy. Love him or hate Trump, forget that. But if you want to revisit 2008, 2009 financial crisis, if you didn't get enough of it, just vote for the impeachment.
Yeah.
Because the Democrats, if they gain the balance of power, that is all they're going to do. They will spend 2 years trying to impeach him. It doesn't matter whether they get him impeached or not. That's irrelevant.
Right.
I mean, if you vote him in, you better hope it's done fast.
Well,
because the economy will tank.
The public loves to attack rich people. It's a mob mentality.
Yeah, and who writes most of the paychecks? The rich. I mean, let's face it. Small business and medium-sized business are the major employers in the United States of America, and they happen to be rich people. So I kind of have mixed emotions about whether it is a good idea to trash the rich.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, oddly enough, Disney is pretty much giving the president some, I don't know, they're actually saying, okay, we've got more money in our pockets thanks to you, Mr. President. We're going to pay tuition for our hourly employees at universities.
Wow.
And they're not just limiting it to universities. They're saying, trade school, certifications. You apply, you show us what it is you want to do, and up to $150 million, we're going to pay. I mean, they'll pay for books. I mean, it's pretty limitless. If you want to further yourself, further your career.
Wow, that is incredible.
Well, and Disney is a company that you would think you wouldn't even imagine would give the president any credit.
Yeah, exactly.
Target, the CEO came out this morning and said the best economy ever.
Wow.
The Dow Jones Industrial hit an all-time high today.
Huh.
But if you hate it, vote for impeachment.
Yeah, I can see that.
If you just want the status quo, even if you hate Trump, that's okay. You don't have to like him.
Yeah.
You better think twice about where your vote goes, and you better get out and vote. That's going to be very dangerous if people don't get out and vote. Now, things are happening that are setting the stage for impeachment. In fact, the Independent says that Trump has been told the countdown to impeachment has already started.
Wow.
Now, where does this all come from? Now, a couple months ago, maybe 3 months ago, I'm very bad with time, we covered a book by Jerry Corsi. And in that book, he covered a lot of things about the deep state.
Right.
In fact, killing the deep state is the name. Now, he claims today that on page, I think it's 54, he revealed in the book that Omarosa was the mole. I don't think it was that blatant. Nevertheless, in this letter, he says, you probably got out the popcorn bucket and are watching intently as this whole debacle with Omarosa and President Trump plays out right. Now, we've talked to so many people who believe she's just nutty. We're not disputing that. Trust us. But that's exactly what they want you to think. Who, you might ask? The deep state. Now, they're not just talking about Democrats. Remember, that deep state includes Republicans, maybe very heavy on the Republican side. America's deadly shadow government is what Jerry Corsi calls it. Yes, the same organization amassing as much firepower as they can to take Trump out at any cost.
Huh.
Listen, do you remember a few months ago when we said we knew there was a mole in the White House?
Exactly.
Maybe more than one. That's been out there a lot. There's been a lot of speculation as to who it was. We expected they would find an entire nest of informants. itching to subvert the president. Well, is Omarosa one of them? Think about it. She secretly recorded conversations in the White House and possibly inside the Situation Room. Who does that and jeopardizes national security?
Or your current job.
Yeah. Who encouraged her to do this? Now she's trying to label Trump as a racist and paint him as an unstable all over the news media, on TV, and on her book tour. She's doing everything humanly possible to undermine him and the confidence of the people of the United States. Today she says she plans to speak out against him through the midterms. Of course she is. Are her moves being orchestrated by the sinister deep state operatives who call all the shots in the background? Who are they? He also points out that Omarosa worked in the White House under Clinton. What does that tell you?
Oh, wow.
The Clintons are at the end of everything, especially when it's anti-Trump. I'm saying that.
Wow. Holy smoke. Oh, it makes sense. Right after she got fired, she was put on this Celebrity Big Brother.
Oh, was she?
Yeah, so people got to see what a nut job she was there, too.
Yeah.
If you go back that far,
yeah,
it looks like a total setup. Wow.
Yeah. And look at what's all happened since her book tour started.
Yeah.
Okay. Today, the New York District Attorney is considering criminal and civil charges against the Trump Organization. They have given the CFO of the Trump Organization, Alan Weisselberg, they've granted him immunity. What the hell have they granted him immunity for? All these people getting immunity. What did they have? The National Enquirer guy got immunity yesterday. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, he's considering criminal and civil charges against the organization and 2 senior officers of the company. Now, you got the CFO over there. Who's the other 2 dudes? Eric Trump, Don Jr. Trump.
Wow. Okay.
We said all along that we'd go after his children.
Wow. Yeah, we did.
So don't be surprised if 5 o'clock today or sometime over the weekend, his 2 kids are indicted.
Yeah. Well, I'm still waiting for the people to be charged that had anything to do with the fake dossier and the FISA warrant. I'm still waiting for that stuff.
Yeah, well, don't hold your breath while you're waiting, okay? Because you'll die.
Yeah.
Okay?
I would have been dead a long time ago.
Absolutely. Now, remember Michael Cohen?
Yeah.
Okay. We have that debacle. So he has done all this bad financial stuff. Talk about a bad lawyer. Man, Trump messed up using him. We know that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Michael Cohen, he pleaded guilty to tax evasion, and he also pleaded guilty to helping Donald Trump orchestrate a payment to 2 women for non-disclosure about sexual relations. Now, the president is not admitting to the sexual relationships. However, he wanted to shut them up. And I think he probably had sexual relationships, but I also think that sometimes some of these guys with money will hush people up just so they don't cause problems, especially since he paid them so little.
But it's still not illegal.
His hush money, to Bill O'Reilly's hush money, he might not have slept with him.
Yeah, what's the difference?
Bill O'Reilly's was in the millions. He pays like $130,000.
Let me ask you this.
That's not much.
Let me ask you this. What's the difference of Fox News paying off Bill O'Reilly's mistakes to Cohen taking Trump's money and paying off somebody else?
It's not illegal. It's not.
Exactly.
Trump, first of all, can give any amount of money he wants.
To anybody he wants.
To his campaign. He can certainly pay anybody whatever he wants for non-disclosure agreements. But Michael Cohen pleaded guilty to 2 counts of paying these women non-disclosure money as if they were a violation of campaign finance law. Why?
Yeah.
What else is coming down the pipe? What else has he done wrong? He already made an agreement. He's going to get 3 to 4 years. Did they not find everything on him? Is he just trying to make himself viable? Lanny Davis, who was a longtime friend and attorney for the Clintons, particularly close to Hillary, has become Michael Cohen's attorney in this.
Wow.
There we go. The Clintons again.
There you go.
You know what? The Clintons have way too much damn power.
Obviously.
We're talking Omarosa. We're talking Cohen. Now, where did they come in on Manafort?
Good question.
I'm just waiting for it because, they came in on Comey, they came in on Mueller, and all these other players at the DOJ. Their name ends up in the middle of just about everything we talk about when it comes to corruption.
Wow.
And we certainly don't try. We try not to talk about them. Anyway, so the Manafort trial, this first trial, came back. They had 18 counts of financial fraud, and I'm including tax fraud and financial fraud. The jurors convicted him of 8 out of the 18 because they had one juror as a holdout. So 10 counts, they were hung. They have a month, the prosecutors have a month to decide whether they will retry those 10. I think it would be silly. The guy's already, 69 years old. I think they've already got him at a possible 80 years. I mean, how long do they think he's going to live?
Exactly.
He's got another trial in Virginia, so.
Wow.
But, what's the deal with the Manafort trial anyway? I mean, why did Mueller keep that when it's not really collusion, it's financial fraud? It should have been sent to another district. He sent the Cohen stuff. He did not do that. There's lots of questions.
So far, everybody charged pretty much had nothing to do with it.
Exactly.
Nothing to do with their warrant or the reason for the entire investigation. This is just ridiculous. Witch hunt.
It is a witch hunt. When the president says that, it really is a witch hunt. Now, this just in. Trump says that Pompeo will not go to North Korea for the visit. He said, I have asked Secretary of State Mike Pompeo not to go to North Korea at this time because I feel we are not making sufficient progress with respect to the denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula.
Wow.
Very interesting. That just popped in. Okay. So I wanted to throw that out before we give some rather sad news. Senator John McCain has chosen to discontinue brain cancer treatment. I would say that he is very close to the end. How sad. He's certainly given a hell of a fight. I mean, a year ago, it seemed like he just had a month or two left, and he's made it a year. Hopefully he's finished some business. You're lucky if you get a chance to finish business and personal business.
Yeah.
So,
sad.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family.
Yes, sad.
Very sad. Okay, Tuesday they had just discovered Molly Tibbetts' body.
Right.
When we aired our show, we had no idea that they had the murderer. The murderer is an illegal alien, which is causing a lot of problems. It's resurfacing. People are getting rude about her death, and it's very sad. Now, his attorney says that he's being treated very unfair. And we're talking about the killer.
Yeah, poor him.
He said because, his immigration or illegal immigration to the United States does not have anything to do with this other situation. He's talking about, the death of Molly as an other situation.
What a piece
he's
of crap.
been here. First of all, he came here illegally. He snuck in. He has been using some poor idiot's identity for 3 or 4 years now.
Oh, wow.
And let me tell you, that happened to us. And in this house, we got notice from the IRS a few years ago that we didn't pay taxes on our jobs in Sacramento. One of us had never even been to Sacramento.
Wow.
It seems that an illegal was using our social numbers.
Wow. Okay.
And identity theft in general is really bad. I also had an identity theft, and they used $22,000 worth of credit. We finally got a check from the court for $50.
Oh, unreal. Wow.
I take identity theft very seriously, of course. My point is that by the time they commit a murder, they have committed a string of felonies along the way. So some dumbass attorney should not stand in front of a TV camera with a straight face and say one doesn't have to do with the other.
And he's essentially pulling a Democratic card on him, you know?
Absolutely. He's politicizing it. And yet he's accusing everybody else of politicizing it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, and I'm sorry, most things these days are somewhat political.
I'd say everything's
because, you know,
political.
I mean, the politicians make the laws that govern the situations.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, a lot of things are political, but bless her family. There is, you know, they compared this to illegals being separated from their children at the border for 20 days. Well, this mother will never spend another day with her daughter.
Yeah, sad.
I don't think you can compare 20 days when you commit a crime to what this mother is going to go through, and father, and anyone else that loved her.
Yeah, unreal. Very sad.
Very sad. So, now that I've ranted, and very sad to report that Robin Leach, our Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous commentator, has died.
Oh, that is sad.
It's very sad. Because that was a fab show. I liked it when I was a kid. Loved it.
Well, let's give our respects. The Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. He'll always be famous for that. Yeah.
Absolutely. That was a good.
Yeah, I used to watch him when I was a kid. I'll never forget
I did
that.
too.
Yeah.
I did too. I early enjoyed those yacht shows.
Yeah, that's it. When you think of it, you see the yacht, right?
Yeah, I do, you know.
Well, we have to agree there.
Yeah, but we don't always agree, but life's a journey, and we're all in this together. Thanks for listening. Godspeed, Connor, and Godspeed to all of our friends out there.
Godspeed, Grace, and thanks for listening.
Dueling Dialogues is brought to you by our affiliates at hostpapa.com. Click the banner on the rightleftchronicles.com for premium unlimited web hosting with the highest rated reviews at the lowest prices.